everybody, to today's episode of It's Always Now. I'm your host, Vinny Freeman, and we are joined by the real raw breed, which is Mike T.
Yo.
Wigs, my man Nate over here.
What up?
Appreciate y'all taking the time out today, man.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Appreciate you having us.
Oh yeah. So where to start? How'd y'all meet?
You guys met way before I met you.
Yeah, we met
Long time ago.
like
4 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
2017. We met differently. Raw Breed was kind of already a little thing, but as far as Raw Breed, the crew, I'd say 2 barbers and 2 friends were brought together.
Yeah.
So by barber, do you mean like your last name, Barber?
No, let me
That's a
clear
common
this up right now.
Yeah,
I am not Nate Barber. I only made that because like 15 years ago, I had my own Facebook with my real name. I am a barber, right? So to find me easier, it was Nate Barber on
Okay, so yeah,
Facebook.
like that's how I
Bro,
found
I've been announced as
Yeah.
Nate Barber, and it grinds my gears so bad.
Almost typing your shit as Nate.
Nah,
Barber.
I mean, I get it for tagging purposes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you tagging me on something on Facebook, I understand it, but it's Big Nate MG.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that's your actual. That's what
Yeah.
you go by.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was barbering along with Pask. He's part of Raw Breed and shit. And me and Pask been boys since like football, like grade school and shit.
So how many members consist of Raw Breed?
Shit, we got a lot. Like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
One's out of state.
I've seen y'all perform, so I know
Yeah.
you guys got a whole team, and like, so and obviously everybody has a job in the team. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So not everybody raps, correct? Or not everybody makes.
Everybody is an artist of some sort. Yeah.
I
I
figured
think
that
that's
as
what
much.
made Raw Breed. Like everybody was an artist, and then it's like the idea was kind of like, look, we're gonna create instead. Like you got fans, he got fans, I got fans, right? But there's a good chance that like my fans don't even know who you are, right? And vice versa.
Power
So
numbers.
if we put all of our stuff on one page, that was kind of like the idea. Like you put everything on one name, then like if your people come across my stuff, you know, it could boost each other in a sense. And then it just like then we made it a business.
Like,
Yeah, because it really started just as like a musical
Yeah.
thing, and then
There was
from
like
there,
7
like,
of us that were like just rapping.
yeah, right.
Okay.
And then came up with a few opportunities.
Most people
started to
do
go
that, you
different.
know, like
Yeah.
you know, you get like more than 4 people together, and
You get
you
your
guys-
ASAP Mobs,
right,
your
right,
Brockhampton, shit
right,
like that.
right.
And then with Mikey T, we were already like, so we were making music, we were doing the business part of it, right? And I'm engineering at Subcat Studios. Mikey T's in all of the sessions because he's engineering at Subcat and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he ended up doing one of our live sessions just with some crazy energy and shit like that. And we're like, yo, man, love the energy, you know what I mean? We just kind of vibed out and just started chilling. And
Yeah, and it was just kind of too like, we would just chill at Subcat like after hours. Like he gets out at 8, I get out at 8. Hey, you want to just chill, make some songs?
Make some songs.
And
Yeah,
we,
play
like,
some chess
make
and
2
some-
albums.
yeah.
and then
Yeah,
we're like, all right, well now we're a band. So
yeah,
Okay.
that is. Yeah.
You know, like I said, I've seen you guys perform. You guys got fucking amazing energy. It's
Appreciate
incredible.
that.
It's So again, Nate, you and your other barber friend started the real Raw Breed and shit.
We didn't really start it together. It's just that's how we all met.
Okay.
Like me and him worked together at the same shop, and I ain't gonna lie, he was just this little chunky little white boy that like told me one day, "Hey, you want to rap?" And I was sitting there like, "Okay, here we go." I went out to the car, man. I tell you, this kid said like 4 lines, and I was just like, whew.
Nah,
I like
nasty.
ran back into the shop. Mind you, I just started at this shop.
Yeah.
I ran back into the shop. I'm like, yo, this dude outside is. And then he told me, he was like, yo, my voice records at this studio downtown.
That was me.
And then we kind of went, yeah, that was Wigs. And then we went down there, and there was like, I mean, the crew was a little bit bigger then because some people moved
Yeah.
since then. But I don't know. I looked all around the room, and I'm like, bruh, we're all like good looking kids. Everybody got their own individual sound.
That's one thing I love about all y'all. It's not a bunch of fucking.
But the chemistry was there.
Yeah,
too.
you all don't. Y'all all have a different sound.
Yeah, nah, it's like and like it didn't like really get. It wasn't just like right there and then we were like, oh yeah, let's be the Raw Breed.
Yeah.
Shout outs to our boy Buddy.
Yeah.
He kind of came up with the name in a sense.
Okay.
It was Rare Form Entertainment, but then I Googled it and that was already something.
That happened with my first.
Yeah.
I was gonna be.
Yeah.
I was gonna be back
Yeah.
alley entertainment.
Yeah, it was. Would you say it was gonna be?
I was gonna be back alley entertainment.
And it was already taken or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the Rare Form was kind of cool, but then it was like we were a bunch of dogs and stuff, you know. So it was like Raw Breed.
Raw
you know
Breed.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, me and him were at one of the other like members that's still here since like a while. JR Lottery.
Okay. Shout out
Got
JR.
a few albums. Yeah, shout out JR. Nominated for a few Sammys and stuff like that with Pask actually on the albums. Anyway, we were at his downstairs like basement just kicking it, right? We're like, all right, so we got this thing, Raw Breed. We need to make a logo for it. Next thing you know, bro, I'm G over here, just pulls out his phone, starts whipping something up. I'm like, we go through a few different things. I'm not going to lie to you. It was tough, but then we thought maybe like, just like backward stuff, and you know. the rest
Yeah,
is
hit it with that. You know, that's you know, you gotta hit it with a nice iconic, something that catches the eye that you know and
Yeah,
it's
we
easy to
saw it
remember.
going towards a business, so we were
Yeah.
like, we need a logo.
Yep.
You know, something that's gonna be like a brand.
Yeah, now we've kind of moved over towards. I mean, we also obviously are still cranking out music and performing, but we're doing some business stuff too.
Turned it completely into it. It's no longer just a group.
Yeah, y'all
That's
need
what-
that Raw Breed podcast soon.
Yeah.
dude.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
that-
no, that's
For
that's
real.
a fact. That's
For real.
absolutely. Even if it was pre-recorded.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about going more towards pre-recorded.
Yeah.
But-
The problem, I think,
No, this is
where
dope,
we're
though.
at right now, still, I think everybody's still trying to, which isn't bad, still finding identities, right? So, like,
That's a fact.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with like exposing all that because people love the vulnerabilities, but I think that where we set the standard for ourselves at the beginning was kind of like, now it's like, it's good for us too. It's just put the bar up real quick. If you look at like Post Malone's first music video and you look at our first music video, you'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know
Are we
the
talking about
qual-
his short video?
I'm
know the
just
one I'm
saying, like
talking
his
about?
first like 5 music videos look like they were made on like
Or White Iverson, yeah.
they were
all, like,
trash.
Yeah, have you ever seen his video on the short shorts?
I don't
Nice.
know.
Oh, dude, there's a video of him dancing in short shorts, like
Oh, no.
lip singing.
I have seen
no.
a clip of it, but I haven't seen
Yeah.
the full video.
I know, like, I haven't watched them through, but I just know, like, you know, I fuck with Post, but I'm just saying, like, his first videos were garbage.
I like to like I do that with like Gucci. Like I think about like old Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Like you listen to some old Gucci
Yeah.
quality. Like dude, he was dumping out. He was 6 albums deep, and the quality was
No.
still
yeah, no,
not
that's-
not
no,
it. You know what
it's
I'm
not
saying?
it. And then, like,
Shit,
you
it's
look at
just
our
like
first
that.
music video, and Never Have I Ever. Shout outs to Cody. He the goat. Cody Slade.
Cody
that was
did my
so-
first live
Yeah, nah, he
podcast.
the
he
goat.
helped me.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Cody the goat.
Cody's our man.
Find him
I
at
can't wait to
Cody
Subcat
with the hair,
Studios.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody Slade on everything.
Yeah, Cody Slade. I couldn't think of his last name for some reason.
He
Monster.
he the goat.
Yeah, Cody's nice.
We didn't even honestly pursue this like the way we are until we met him, because like we were making music,
Yep.
whatever. But once you see a visual of it, you're
Remember
like,
the camera I had?
Shout out
That's
Triple R because that's
crazy.
how I feel. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When I
that
started
was-
working with them, because then you see like you know, we always think of ourselves as just that. You know, every person thinks of themselves as just a normal person.
Yeah,
So
Sure.
until you see
what.
this, like, yeah.
It's like,
Sure,
damn,
right, right.
I look just like the greats. You
Even
know what I'm
watching
saying?
like a performance, like if we were to get on stage and someone recorded it, watching that's cool. But watching a music video is like, I don't know, it's different.
Well, because then you're
Cinema.
You're capturing the image that all the greats capture.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
You it's
He's
No.
got a music video
Yeah,
coming out.
so even now,
Yeah,
like,
plug
with,
that. Let's hear it.
With our next few music videos and everything like that, we've kind of been like, all right, now we're gonna start doing this serious. We're gonna
Big
get,
ones, right?
We're gonna get directors. We're gonna hire background people.
Getting
um,
treatments made and shit.
I just hired a makeup artist, and
Hang on,
she
don't
came
let
in.
him shoot our first ones down. Listen, our first like 3 videos, I promise you, it took 8 hours of setting up.
I'm just
the-
gassing
we-
myself
no, look,
up.
look, look,
I think it's a
Yo,
fire
shout outs to
video.
JR, but like our first 2 videos, Never Have I Ever, that was simple,
Yep.
but it looked great. Bad
Things,
things.
yeah,
I had
yeah.
people coming up to me asking me like, "Yo, where'd y'all shoot that at? It looked like you was in like another country." Promise you, like the backyard angles and in a gazebo of us setting it up took hours. Feel
Oh,
me?
yeah.
Like we don't like everything we do has been. We made a galaxy out of like cardboard boxes that was like bigger than this room. Like
A
we
whole
went and
like
took
set. Yeah.
boxes and taped them together, put tapestries inside of them.
Now, were these tracks under the Real Raw Breed or under your individual artist?
The
See,
ones I'm
here's the
talking
problem.
about are all on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, but
But-
like, that's what I'm saying. How can I find these? So I find them under
Yeah,
your
the Real
individual.
Raw Breed.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Google it.
Yeah.
Just if anybody out there wants to know anything we do musically, just Google the.
I know
Real Raw
I've,
Breed.
I've found a few of your tracks and I've heard yours. I don't believe I've heard any of like your individual.
His name's Wigs, so sometimes that can get like if you don't Google Wigs, you got to
Nah,
go to
Google
Amazon
it.
and or
But you type into
or
Apple
iTunes.
Music, just type in Wigs.
Don't
I'll be the
Google it
first
because
one
then
to pop
hair
up.
pieces
Yeah,
come up
yeah.
and shit. No, you got to go straight to the.
But
music
shit, if you
platform.
even listen to Google the Real Raw Breed, get into the Real Raw Breed, listen to Dale. That's our newest album. We just did
Okay.
that this past year, this past summer.
yeah.
And
So-
it's just actually it's all three of us on there. Matter of fact, and Pask does a appearance on there too, and Canna. Yeah, it's pretty much all of us.
So y'all said you got a show tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, Heat's performing at Funkin' Waffles
Yeah,
tonight.
facts.
Princess
Shout outs
Heat.
to Princess Heat, word Queen of Raw Breed.
Yeah.
She's our only current female.
Okay, so the whole team isn't. It's just Heat, her
Yeah,
Davis.
she's
She's got a set tonight.
You're
Yeah,
gonna do a few songs with her.
yeah.
but
She's
Okay.
You suckered me into getting in here. But big
Sorry, I
news.
do that shit to genetics and
Yo,
I do
yo.
that shit to
Shout outs to
one
genetics, by the
artist
way.
at
Shout out
every show.
Genetics.
'Cause-
Yo, big news though. Listen to the world. We are the
Tell
first
'em.
hip hop group to perform at the Sammys.
Get
Not
on.
only are we performing at the Sammys, but we're headlining the Sammys. Listen, I don't think y'all understand. I don't care what level that is to anybody as far as award show goes, but bro,
Yeah, it's huge.
the same year of the Super Bowl, right? They usually take our name in hip hop I'm talking about, and they not that one. When they do the committee for the like who's gonna perform it, the entertainment wise, you have to have won a Sammy to be in that category, correct? Now, since '93, I think the Sammy's been around. They've taken that hip hop person and said, "Nah, all right, who else we got?"
And
You
what's
know,
No,
cool,
yeah,
what's,
I've never seen a hip hop performance.
No,
of
it
a
had-
song.
no,
what's
I mean,
really
it's
cool
not
about it is we're actually bringing up second Sammy winner too. Not only Big Nate, his album won last year.
Okay.
Sir
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Magnus.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Sir Magnus, we're flying up from Las Vegas. He's coming in. He won a Sammy the year before our first nomination. So he's gonna be because we have a song we all collaborated on.
We're doing
and
like a Grammys
Yeah,
whole performance.
bringing everyone in. We
got
got
a choir coming.
yep.
Yeah.
Shout out Oswego
Yeah,
Choir.
I mean, like I said, I've seen y'all performance. It's
Nah,
a
this
show.
isn't. This is gonna be a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
different because
Shout out
normally we
Syracuse
just go up
dancers.
there and just wow out.
Yeah.
This will be a little bit more like
It's choreographed.
choreographed and
Yeah.
directly.
We have, like,
That's
dancers
it's all
and
about the
fun.
dial in,
Yeah,
man. Like
yeah.
yeah, it's about to be fun.
I see the raw talent, and it's you guys are a
appreciate
diamond
that.
in the rough, and I see it just getting shaped more and more, and
Yeah.
I love how much I'm seeing y'all guys fucking name pop up. It's like
Oh yeah, that's
Nah,
love.
it's dope.
blam blam. It's like I found out about y'all that one day when I came with Nova and shit with
Oh, yeah.
recording
Yeah.
in Genetics, and y'all were out at Subcats fucking rehearsing for a show you had in Florida or something at the
Oh
time.
yeah, we were under the bridge.
Under the bridge rehearsing, yeah.
Yep,
Cleveland.
yep. Yeah, we were
That
going to
was
Cleveland.
Cleveland, was
We
it
were going
Cleveland?
out to
Okay, yeah.
Cleveland. And then we
I think
went
maybe
to Florida right after
Okay,
that.
yeah, because I think I knew there was something definitely Florida related, but
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the Cleveland show was our first actual out of town show.
So I know this funk show tonight with your female performer Heat, correct? Heat, am I saying that
Princess
correct?
Heat, yep.
Princess Heat. What else you guys got coming up? I know there's other shit.
So after the Sammys, which is March 4th,
March 4th.
2 days later, March 6th is Be Love is going to be at the Westcott.
Yep.
And we'll be opening for Be Love there.
A lot of energy.
We have more shows in March. We got one more March 27th at Black Mamba.
Okay, dude. Yeah, I want to see one of their shows. What they do there, because I've been seeing they've been
I haven't
putting on
been
shows.
yet, but they told me that it like gets really dope. Like it gets
Excited
Like,
for that.
yeah, I feel like it'll get
people moshing
grungy.
in the half
I
pipes
feel like
and
it get
shit,
grungy as
like-
fuck there. And
That's the word.
grungy.
That's the word.
Oh, dude, that's why I
Looking
like.
forward to that shit.
Cause like I don't want to
You've
define it.
done grungy.
Oh yeah,
Grunge.
you know, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't want to define him as grungy, but I feel like the Alien Opera House has grunge potential.
There's potential. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
definitely
grungy because
potential.
it's to where like fucking it's a skate park. You get grungy at a skate park.
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
That's
It's-
where the energy is, the raw
Yeah.
is. That's gonna
The
be-
smoking
yeah.
and no alcohol kind of brings it more to I feel like a vibe there.
Yeah,
The
dude,
alien,
Alien,
yeah,
yeah.
dude, yeah, definitely. I got a couple gigs coming up there and shit. And
Yeah,
stuff.
dope.
And I'm finally just getting back in Funk and Waffles, but
They're
Love to
starting
slide
to do
for
more
that,
hip hop.
yeah.
yeah, they had like a hip hop band for a little bit. I was told I
See-
couldn't perform there without a full band.
No disrespect, but like stuff like Sophistifunk, I'm gonna say it. That to me should have its own category.
It should.
Because it's not like, first of all, cover bands to me, that's not talent in my opinion. Unless if I mean, I'm not saying it's not good music. To me,
And I feel like
I'm
Sophistifunk
talking about
don't
an
even do-
award show though, right? When we talk about hip hop, bruh, you can't. That's such disrespect to the people out here. Like really, like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like hip hop is the reflection of a culture that is like full of pain and genuine.
At the very least, I think subcategories should be going
Yeah,
into
it
hip
should
hop.
have
I
its
feel
own
like
subcategory. or
'cause,
something,
like,
That's
There's-
jam hop, if anything. you know
Yeah.
what
yeah,
I'm saying,
right,
too.
right.
And I submitted my
Funk.
album from this past year as my solo album, which was emo rap. And of course, like when I'm going to submit it, I'm like, well, there's
just
only
hip-hop, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, there's nothing else. I mean,
See, like I don't even like to consider myself like as like that
Just
much of a
hip-hop
rapper.
rap,
like
right?
I'd be like
You know
a
what I mean?
fucking comedy rapper.
yeah,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
days with kind of like
Satire
the
type shit.
post punk coming back and now being inspired by hip hop, like people are throwing that into hip hop too. And it's kind of like, whoa, there's like so many different.
So let's
Just
open
that
up some
Syracuse I
subcategories.
mean, you know, for Syracuse, it's just that how many people would end up, you know, like I know I feel like I know why they do what they do, but I feel like there should be a hip hop and then a rap category,
Yes.
if anything.
Yes, at
Yeah, 'cause
least
I
at
feel
the
like
very
a lot of
least.
people don't realize like even the
There's
rap
a
and hip hop
big difference between rap
very
and like the
least.
current hip hop.
Like
you
I
know what
got
I'm saying?
one hip hop song.
Right, right.
That's
right, right.
it's like old. It's a fucking boom bap.
Right.
That's OG hip hop.
They should split the two words up at least, and that way it's kind of like if you're
because
a
rock's
rapper,
gotten that respect. You know what I'm saying? You got alternative rock, classic rock,
right,
but
right,
man,
right.
Right.
Same,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
same
have like
exact
3 or
thing.
4
Exactly.
rock categories. And
But that's because there's a lot of rock bands here. So like as far as
There's a lot of
submissions go,
rap.
they have the
Yeah, no. Now
I
that
know
it's built,
now
that
it's
it's
at
built,
that point
it
where they
needs
need
to
to
open
split
up.
it.
Yep,
right.
needs to open up now.
6 years ago,
There's
7 years
no
ago, they
question.
had it was only rappers.
Yeah.
Like shout outs to my boy World Be Free. He, like I remember back
World
like
Be Free, fucking
Yeah.
yeah, that's my guy. He won one like years ago, but he's like that was those days. It was like 8 albums, 9 albums that were rap. It was like everybody on that rap. Nowadays, it's got you got everything from melodic rap to
Yeah.
like his kind of rap is emo rap
To drill music, I wouldn't even put drill music
Yeah.
in like the hip hop rap shit, like because it's just like it's just not gonna win like a
Yeah.
rap contest because people want that old school vibe. So like I don't
Or
know,
at least
put drill in,
bars.
put drill in there, put melodic in there,
Not really
put
saying nothing on drill. Like,
I wouldn't
it's
even mind
it's just
putting emo.
music, you know,
Yeah,
it's just
right,
like,
right,
it's just
right.
like the beat.
sounds good.
You know, yeah.
it's a style of
Yeah.
production.
So I got a weird question that like I don't know if you guys ever like register like if this is something you guys can get away with because like I noticed you have so many, you have multiple shows in the same city. Like how you're not technically like allowed to do that. Like so like I'm not as Vinny Freeman. I can't book a show at Funk and Waffles and then do a show within 15 days in the same city.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's like a clause. So I was curious if y'all being a bunch of different artists were able to
Yeah,
like.
I
Probably.
definitely, I'm interested
Probably.
in looking into that.
And I don't know if that's
Hey,
just Funk
probably.
and Waffles deal because
Hey,
Funk
man.
and Waffles is the only place
Hey,
that's
man,
ever pitched that.
Hey, you see the logo, man.
Yeah, nah,
You
because
could
Hey,
email
has it
us
stopped?
at
Nah, that
2018 and tell me all
that
the
that
At
because
the
it's
same
Princess
time,
Heat. You know what I mean?
you
She
do
doing
say
that.
that.
Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
doing
saying. So
this?
it's like you could put
I mean? Big
Nate
Nate
can book
doing
a
it,
show,
Sammy.
and then Wick could book a show,
Yeah, nah,
and
Big
it don't
Nate
mean
doing
you
it,
all
she
ain't gonna
doing
pull
it.
up.
Nah,
you know?
we'll just be there.
At
We're
the-
just- you know what I mean? We'll just
I've
be there.
definitely seen like these rock bands though do back-to-back shows.
You
right
can do
now.
residencies.
Oh, okay.
You can't like I
Oh,
can't
you
do
go
a diff-
like for
yeah.
Skunk
You
City
can
does
do
a
funk,
residency,
yeah. You can do a
yes.
residency, but I can't do funk one week and then do Lost Horizon the next week.
Really?
As Vinny Freeman.
Okay, I have a question though because
I have to wait
would-
15 days
wonder-
in between.
Wow.
I wonder if that applies to paid gigs.
Yeah,
because
it's
a
a paid
lot of
gig.
times in hip hop they don't pay their performers.
Okay, so yeah, this
So-
is one of the first few where I'm just getting a percentage on full ticket sales.
Yeah, and that's
Okay,
awesome.
cool.
That's phenomenal.
That's dope.
But
No,
in
so
hip-hop,
I
it's
don't
really
think that
hard.
would apply to anybody in hip hop.
It's not hip hop at all. It's just
People
You
can
know
pay
what?
to perform in hip hop.
I was about
Yeah,
to say
yep.
we literally like it's the person that's getting on stage is usually putting something either out of pocket or selling stuff on behalf of that event.
Yep.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So like I mean I don't know how you You know, if you're
a
willing to put
showcasing
up
a show,
$200,
But I feel like they've even done that to me. They've even sent me that same claim when they've made me do ticket sales to where they, you know what I'm saying? Most of the shows I've done.
but you're probably talking about on contracted shows, right? Like at
Like-
least some type of like, even if there's not a payment, you're probably like,
Yeah, but like I feel like every show I did had some sort of contract. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, all right. I'm
The
sure you.
legit
I'm
ones.
sure
We
you-
have had
I'm sure you got the
contracts.
gigs where it's like, all right, you got to sell at least 20 tickets
Yeah.
to perform. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
get the 20 tickets. The 20 tickets cost $10. So you
Right.
got to at least bring $200.
right.
Yeah.
It doesn't
That-
matter if
you
you
can look
actually
at-
sell the tickets or bring
Yeah,
because
because that's
right.
in my mind. I've always paid for the tickets
Right.
right there, and then went out and sold them like they were
Facts.
my own,
Facts.
gave them away, whatever. But like,
we've had a couple contracted shows. A Fab show was a contract,
Yeah.
like, where it was
Yeah.
like there was clauses and cancellations and like responsibilities where I put my signature on it
Yeah.
for-
Yep.
on behalf
Honestly,
of all
recently, almost all of them have been contract. It was just more like it used to not
of us.
be.
Yeah, like our
Yeah.
first,
well, yeah, I believe me. When I was working with Ian and shit, they called me up. They said, "You want to perform this Tuesday?" I said, "I'm fucking there."
right. The fact that like where I think a lot of people saw us at on the last year, that 2021 tourish thing that we had, a lot of them were showcases.
Yeah.
So like we don't consider those on our list of shows, but like that's where a lot of our visual and perspective might come from online because like Brooklyn twice.
Shout out King Heroin.
Even the Cleveland show, you know, it was technically a showcase. Shout outs to Stacy Altner. She hosted a bunch of those like the Funk and Waffle, the comeback to the acapella joints.
Did she do
She's
the
dope.
live things, the live streams?
No, that's Mose.
No, I'm not. Mose's from. Are you talking about Mose
Alien
Calloway? Yeah.
Yeah.
The live streams out of Subcat?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah, that was
that's,
just us. That was on.
That was what was her name? I know what Genetics did.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
It was
no,
like
no.
fashion and beauty models or whatever. It was this lady's company.
No, Stacy did like the open mic nights. She's been doing them. She
Okay.
just had the
She do
comeback
the.
one.
Did she do like the Station 54 open mic
Yes.
nights? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
She's been doing pretty dope with those. So, I mean, like we popped up to some of those, as for the exposure, the experience.
Oh yeah.
I like to go out like the out of state open
Those
mics
are
all
like the
time.
most judgmental ones.
Yo, you know where you guys got to go if you ever get a chance? It's called, and I'll send you a link to it. It's Florida Realms. They got like a poetry slam thing, dude, where
Oh,
they do the
okay,
open
fire.
mics. That's where I got a lot of these two paintings right here. I got from an artist I met there. No, the Ed and Eddie and the Rick and Bender.
I like that.
His grandfather's actually the illustrator from fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
sick.
And like he does like, but yeah, the Real Realms poetry, slam poetry.
That's here?
No, it's in Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah, that's one of the sick open mics. Sorry,
Yeah, I would love to go. It's a rent. I think that doing that, especially on the road, is real good exposure for like a team. It's kind of like scrimmaging, taking your high school team and like just like throwing you in with some like D1 athletes real quick, just
Yeah.
to see like where you stand at.
I would love to do just an open mic tour.
Yeah.
Literally, just go to like 5-6 states and
Yeah,
just
that
hit
would
every
be
open
pretty
mic,
cool.
schedule a bunch of like.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool. I would enjoy that very much.
No, that would be
We
fun.
could. I mean, that's not that hard.
No.
Yo, shout outs to if any youth out there want to learn the ways and stuff like that. Doesn't
Oh.
matter how famous we are or nothing. We do know some do's and don'ts. We created Raw Breed Consultants LLC. That's kind of what became our business more than music. You can make music all day. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're just putting it out on SoundCloud, you're not doing yourself any favors. You never know what could happen to it. Some kids are willing to invest in themselves, but they don't know where or what to do. So that's kind of what we do now.
Point you in the right
Yeah.
direction.
It's
I mean-
scary because there's so many places that you think you could put your money in, and you could really waste your money. And
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna learn your lesson, but you're gonna learn it the hard way. So might as well have someone who's,
It's an
who's
energy
already
killer.
Who is
I've
learned.
been out here learning the hard
Oh,
way.
exactly.
but-
Yeah.
There's some risks
100%.
that we haven't taken without, like, it's not like a learning thing. We're just like, you know what, nah. But, there's some that, I signed a contract and got screwed out of a bunch of money like 3 years ago. It seemed legit as shit. We had a lawyer look at it and all that. And,
Wasn't it?
the long story short, the checks bounced and it was just kind of crazy. It was like, it looked legit shit, couple pages, fucking. Literally, we had a lawyer look at it. He was like, yo, I'm not a music person, but like, I mean, this is legally written correctly. Crazy. You know
Honestly,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's-
I
That's
mean,
one thing I've heard that you definitely have to get a music lawyer for that. Type
Yeah.
of
Yeah, I
fucking
mean,
ball game, too.
the thing is that like, I preach don't sign a deal, and it's not because of that. It makes sense to not sign deals If you believe in yourself, just put your money
Yeah.
behind you.
Just do it when you want to do it. Don't let
A
anybody
distribution deal is completely different. That's what a lot of these dudes in the industry got. is
Yeah,
distribution
they build their
deals.
label and then they fucking
Right,
partner up
right.
with fucking Columbia or one of
But
them.
they still own
Right.
all their own shit.
Yeah.
That's why you always hear like, "Oh, stream his stuff because he, like, you know,
Own your masters.
yeah,
Own your
Young Dolph.
masters.
Oh, he passed away, so stream his music because he owns it all." But he had a distribution deal
Yeah,
with Atlanta, whatever that.
they all do.
Yeah.
They all do. Dude, I want to talk about that P&B Rock show, dude. That shit
shit
looked
was
lit. You know, I actually
that was-
fucking like. I got sent an email about that one. I was like, I don't know if I fucking and I saw that. I was like, damn, I fucked up.
Nah,
That
the-
looked
Yeah.
like
The
live.
venue.
The
is
venue
what it's
is
about.
it.
Yeah, my
Nah,
my girl
Buffalo's it.
performed there.
Energy.
Actually,
The way
Energy
it's
there.
like structured is just fire.
she's a hula hooper. She hooped in the fucking cages there.
Oh,
Yeah.
word?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
got the
they
little
got- I
things
seen
that
them up-
hang off.
Yeah.
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 They didn't have no girls there for that. They just let people kind of just.
There's another venue right next door to it. I performed
Yeah,
at on
everybody
tour.
went right after the show to that.
Yeah, it was
like
the
a
after
club.
party.
I
We
don't
didn't
remember the
know.
name of it,
Yeah,
but
we didn't end up going. We were tired.
That's more like honestly, the one next to it's more like Funk and Waffles, just a little bit.
Oh, really?
okay.
It's like a 2-story Funk and Waffles. The
More
one
like
next
a,
door.
like a bar rather
Yeah,
than
it's
a
more
club.
a bar. So I think venue's more of a club. Venue
Yeah.
is
Oh, man.
that's a fucking club of clubs,
Yeah,
dude.
Next
no.
day
I-
was New Year's Day. We saw the footage. It was wall to wall.
Wall
Dude,
to
it looked
wall.
wall to wall when y'all were there
It was,
too.
it was
was-
close. It was close.
It was lit.
There's a video of me because P&B was like kind of late to pulling up, so they just had a DJ go on for like probably like half hour, 45 minutes, and he's just playing shit, and he starts playing some X, and he starts playing some Ski Mask, and I'm like, yo, we gotta go down there because we're up in the balcony, and like go down on the floor, go right in the middle of the crowd, and everyone just starts moshing to some X, and then someone that in our crew was up on the balcony and got a video pointed right down at me, and I'm looking up right at the video, and I'm moshing, throwing hands with people. It's the dopest thing.
Yeah.
And
That was
also,
cool.
like in that moment, was like, I'm getting COVID right now.
Right now. Right now.
them recaps look dope, dude, and that's I feel like a lot of people underestimate a dope recap, dude. If the
Yeah.
recap ain't dope,
Nah, that's
don't
fire.
post it. Don't
I gotta
post-
tell you too. That
Yeah.
stage was real small.
It's tiny.
Nah,
It's
real small.
tiny.
And there was 5 of us up there.
Yeah.
4 of
Yeah.
us, 5 of us up there.
It's a small stage.
Shout out to Canna too. Shout out
Canna.
our young ace in the hole just dropped an album.
Lady Killer.
Yeah, Lady Killer. It's on all platforms, but he's always our little showstopper because he loves his backflip.
He's the
and
back.
shit.
I was about to say he's
Yeah,
the
the
flipper.
backflip.
Nah,
Yeah.
this
Water
last
bottle in
time
the
he did a
crowd.
Alright, yeah,
back
dude.
roll. I don't even know what to call
You
it.
gotta
He
have the
did
water
something.
bottle throw, dude. I was so fucking
Yo.
hyped when I got my first the water bottle fucking
I'm gonna
footage.
give you a funny story about that water bottle.
Hit me
So
with it.
that's not the first time he's done that for that promoter, right?
Oh, so is the promoter don't like it?
Oh no. Oh, so
He
the
saw
first
us
time
doing it,
the
too.
first time he did it was at the little TJ concert that was here in Syracuse, and it was just fire. Got the crowd going, everything, right? But
They love it.
because
They're
of this-
hot.
Yeah, but the speakers and all that kind of stuff. The
They know
guys,
speakers.
the promoters don't care about that. They're like, dude, you break my equipment. So before we went on at PNB, we're on the side stage, and Cotty, shout outs to Cotty, owner of Concert Crave. He runs up to me. He's like, dude, no water bottles. And I'm like, all right, bet. Now, the song that comes on that always gets the water bottles comes on, and we're all in the moment. I know there's water right offside stage, right? I run back there in the moment. I'm like, oh, no, we about to get lit. He's standing right by, like Superman, but he's mad short, right? He's standing there like Superman, like, nope. I said, all right, bet. So we keep going on. Like I get back to performing. Mind you, this is all in like 2 minutes. And all of a sudden, Canna's song comes on in the repertoire time. And he loves to do his, need you to back up. Yeah. And starts doing the water, right? So I'm not paying attention to him. And he just runs over. I didn't tell him. He said, no, don't do it. So he ran over to the water bottles, no hesitation.
Wasn't
grabbed
hearing
it,
no.
and like I just turn
Stone
around to
cold.
I turn around to the turn around to the promoter, and he's sitting there like, I told you. I'm like, yo, I'm sorry. Yo, what do you want me to do? He did it. It was funny.
He's stone cold.
It's like
that
you stopped me.
thing,
Why
too.
didn't you stop him?
Nah, I mean, like I'm not. I don't know what you talking about. He did it, bro. It was
Nah,
funny.
it was funny.
So now we're like staying. We're locked in with them.
The water won't happen again. Don't worry about it.
Definitely
I don't
won't.
know.
Totally not.
Don't take me on that.
Never.
I didn't
yeah.
say that. I can't. I will not. I will not be responsible for the actions of my youngest protege. Oh, he's not the youngest actually.
Not anymore.
I gotta stop saying that.
Nah, he ain't
He was the
youngest.
youngest in the crew for a while.
So you got an even younger one now?
It's the,
Right here.
it's the facial
you're the
hair. You
younger?
can't- yeah, it's the facial hair
Oh,
though.
You
damn.
wouldn't know it, but
Right.
I didn't know. How old are you?
21.
Okay. Okay.
it's like a couple months or something.
He's
like
22. You know.
Yeah.
it's-
No, he's turning 22.
He just
He
turned.
just turned 22.
Oh yes, yeah, he just turned 22. Okay, facts. I'm so old that it doesn't even matter. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
They're all
okay.
just like whatever kids.
I'm like, you
Yeah,
were at
but
his
you-
birthday party. What are you
right,
talking
right.
3 weeks ago.
Shout out to all the Pisces out there.
Why you Pisces?
No, I'm a
No.
Pisces.
Pisces.
I'm a Leo.
You are?
Yeah.
When's your
Yeah.
birthday?
8th.
March?
Yeah.
Okay. Happy early birthday.
Yeah,
What
it's
is it?
coming up.
Oh, it's next week.
Yeah.
What are we
Yeah,
doing
Next
for it?
Tuesday, right? Or the
Shit, I don't
week,
even know. I'll probably do a
couple weeks.
podcast. I usually do a podcast. I like
Fire.
to create something on my birthday. That's why
Fire.
I was creating.
I went
so.
live on TikTok. Yo, make sure you're following us on TikTok at
Yeah.
The Real Raw Breed.
Yeah.
We went viral not that long ago. And
Soon this
Oh,
will
yeah,
be
you gotta
live
talk
on
about
TikTok.
the
We were trying to
shoes.
get this live on TikTok tonight, but I couldn't for some reason. It
bro,
fucking
you
wasn't
got
working.
do you have a 1,000?
No, that's
You
fine.
need 1,000.
Yeah, no, that's what I found out.
No, there's tiers in it. Once you unlock that 1,000, you'll unlock the creator tool in there. And like I didn't know this. I just learned all this like 2 weeks ago. TikTok does have tiers. Like you have to get to once like you get to like 100,000 people, you can start accepting live money tips.
Okay.
But like 10,000 people, you'll be able to start accepting gifts, like the little
Yeah,
those
that-
things. Yeah, those little stickers.
It's like what they do on Twitch too.
Yeah,
kinda.
yeah.
It's like
I-
bits. They're basically
Yeah.
bits.
We were just we were blessed to have a post go viral. About like last summer it went viral, and it gained us over. We went from like 100 followers to like 11,000 followers. So we were able. I didn't know about the live situation. So when I did go live for the first time, we were already past a couple tiers, which
Yeah.
was nice.
I think it was actually Chris Mack who brought up you going live doing your shoes. and
Yeah,
stuff.
I talked to. I see him
Yeah,
at the
shout out
to
Chris.
I see him at the gym.
He was on our last week's episode.
Oh, that's what's up. I see him at the gym every once in a while. We were just chatting it up.
That's my
Yeah, I
guy.
do. I go shirtless and shoes. You know.
That's your thing, shirtless and shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So talk
It's
about
the real raw
shoes, man.
breed.
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, More Life is like the new. So like this
Y'all
is
do
our
that shit.
this
I
is
fucks
our
with
this
it.
is our brand.
I know. I see it on the hand too.
Oh yeah, facts. This is the brand of like the music group and like the company.
That's the umbrella.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
But
it.
more, it's not. I didn't really see it as a fashion or merch. Like if you're a true fan of us, right, you might want a Raw Breed hoodie. Kind of like if somebody wears a Pepsi
That's
hoodie.
It's
they're
what I
like-
do with It's Always Now, basically.
Right.
You know, it's
but the fashion, more of like where our message is at in clothing, is called More Life.
okay.
It
More
kind of
Life.
developed last year when we all went on
Dolly,
this
dolly,
Florida
dolly.
trip. It was very euphoric. I think it's where we got a lot of our momentum from.
It's your V loan for ASAP. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So it started off as just a logo on different things. But custom Air Force Ones are a big thing right now, and I created a set black and white that matched our original More Life design,
Fire.
and it just ran with it.
Fuck yeah.
And then like I was doing them live on TikTok at The Real Raw Breed, and man, it blew up. So now we have a Google Docs form that you fill it out, and it basically it's just a multiple choice question, size, type. You fill in what you want as far as like your color pattern or for whatever you're thinking. I get the form, we fill it out, email you back an invoice. Once that person fills in that invoice, boom, production's like 1 to 3 weeks max, depending on shipping, because Air Force Ones are like gold right now.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So like, and with everybody doing them, finding sizes can be tough. But
Yeah,
I
that-
haven't had a problem yet. It's just shipping can sometimes be a little funky.
You
I
gotten
just-
to the coffee dipping yet? I've seen that. That's
so
been pretty
so
popular.
big shouts out to Jake.
Funny.
His name's Jake on Jake something.
The dude who does the coffee
Yeah,
dips?
and he talks over his thing. He like screams over his videos. He's like, "So you guys told me to dip them in coffee. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm bored."
Yeah.
So like, he kind of, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of got me into it because his videos are awesome.
Dude, I mean, shout out to, what inspired
Jake,
shit.
yeah,
you
nah,
know?
Yeah.
I forgot what your name is on Instagram, but it's Jake something. Everybody, it's Jake P
Yeah.
something.
You know we're giving credit to the where the credit's due.
Yeah.
He's got dope ideas, but he does more of like where he takes suggestions from his comments and then just does that, which is cool. Ours is like strategic. I just worked on a Charger set. I got to work on a Raider set, a Jamaican flag set. You can see anything that you want that we have available at yourbstore.com.
I'm gonna have y'all send me some links too.
Facts.
Like send me whatever link you want on the YouTube channel, and I'll
Got
throw
you.
that up there and shit.
Got you. We got like 200 orders.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
It went from like maybe I bought a few Air Force Ones just to kind of be like, oh, I got 311s, you know, and then try to find people to buy them to 168.
You gotta stay up if
Actual
you
orders.
want to catch him live. You're gonna catch some serious energy when he's
Oh,
on
no,
the
it's
lives.
crazy,
But you gotta
man.
stay up. You gotta be a Nighthawk. That's at like 1:30. You gotta.
It's crazy. It's not always gonna be late, but just because like I got so much on my plate that,
That-
ends up being
that-
the time that I'm on right now.
I know how it is. That's why I
Yeah.
usually do these on Saturdays because my chiropractor's in this building, and I come here on Saturdays to get my back cracked. and
Oh,
shit,
that's
so I try
fire.
to like line it all
Yeah,
up.
that's cool.
That's worth it.
I would love to
Chiropractor?
do it during the day.
Yeah, I like it. If your back's bad, and you know, I like him a lot too. He gives me a lot of his time. He comes on the show all the time and shit too.
Oh, yeah,
That's
cool people.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the I wish I could go live earlier because our peak hours are like 7:00, but it doesn't end up being until like midnight.
I try to catch 11 a.m. on Saturdays is the best time to go live.
All right,
Point
what
people
is
are
this
waking
on?
up
This is on
and-
Twitch.
This is on Facebook, YouTube, and is it on Twitch right now? It should be technically. We
So,
literally just made the
Do
Twitch.
you guys
page
ever
for it.
look up like the analytics of like when the peak time of your followers are?
We have 0 followers on Twitch. I literally just made it for this episode.
Okay,
Today.
Wow.
I don't know how. I
That's
don't,
fire though. Hey,
Yeah.
first Twitch episode.
Twitch
shout
I'm
episode.
out.
not too
Shout
sure
out.
how it works on all
Debut.
the platforms, but TikTok does have the ability to show you when you're
Like my people are on, yeah.
or when their peak hours are. Like
Okay.
once you have I
Like
don't
your
know.
individual followers themselves. It
yeah,
shows you
it
when
will
they're
show
on.
like the peak of the day,
That's
like
so
when
stalker, but yeah.
it is a little
That's
bit.
what you gotta do.
But it's
I'm gonna
it's-
start saying their names. I'll be like, yo, what up?
I don't think no. I don't know if it's a graph. I don't think it shows like individuals or nothing, but it will say like 7:00 for us. Like out of our 20-something thousand people or whatever, like 7 p.m. is the peak hour for that
that.
following group.
It'd be sick if it broken down to like,
Yeah, the actual
would be
followers.
the
Then
little
you're
stalkers.
jumping in the
yeah,
DM, right?
Yeah, it'd be
I
like,
mean,
yo,
like,
I'd share it
enough
to him
time.
I'd tag him
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
we the following on there is all love.
Oh yeah,
man, it's crazy. It's like he said, it's just a bunch of energy.
energy.
I
That's
start
what we
shouting
run
out like
off.
where everybody's at and stuff. We just shipped the order out to the UK, man. Prayers up to everybody in the UK. But we had a
prayers
lot
for
of
Ukraine.
people in the UK, in the UK and Russia, in the live, and I'm sitting there on the live like, oh man, we got both in here right now, y'all. Oh man, it's all
Yeah.
love, man. I don't want no smoke, man. Y'all gotta chill, man. It's crazy what's going on in our world right now. But like for them to take the time out of their day to tune in and they got all that going on, I'm like, okay.
They probably got to use a VPN because I bet you TikTok's not even legal there.
Right.
I don't even know.
I have no idea.
I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
I don't know none of that technical stuff.
Yeah,
That's what he's for.
yeah. That's what he's for.
You're Mikey T, huh?
That's Zachy D right there.
That's what we call the necessity needs the Mikey T.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
Mikey.
No, this man knows his shit, man.
No, he does.
yes.
He's honestly a blessing for us to have.
I can only imagine, man, because
Yeah.
I've recorded with him. I know you get
not even just not
Well,
even
that-
the music
Honestly.
side's awesome and stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, Wigs can handle all of it if it was
Hey.
needed.
Oh yeah, I
but,
forget
like,
you'd be doing that.
Shout out
Yeah.
as well, Steve Brown.
Steve
yeah,
Brown.
no, Slick Dick is the
We
goat.
went
He
to
the goat.
yeah,
He
we
taught
went to
both
Brown.
these
Yeah,
dudes.
we went to no. Anyone asked me where I went to college? It was Stephen Brown Academy for the Gifted,
Okay.
and I got my master's.
You got
in
in?
that. Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the enrollment process was, strict,
Yeah,
but I made it through.
No,
it through.
he's awesome. He's a dad now, and he's awesome. Good dad. Good.
Oh, yeah, great
good
guy.
Friend.
Yeah, he was actually he was my first choice to record the Living Legends track,
he's-
and
yeah,
then
he's nuts.
he wasn't lining up with the
Don't
schedule. I
say
was
no
like,
offense.
Yeah,
The
he's
whole
goat.
album that I had was recorded by Steve,
Yeah.
and
But
he
then-
was he was there the whole time. Like,
That's a fact.
it's
I mean, I go to. I
started
go,
with him, so
for
it's
my
like-
mastering. At least I'll go through Steve. Like I like to mix it myself because I know how I want it to hear, but like you always want someone else's opinion on it too. So like I mean,
Steve's quality is just
yeah, it's nuts.
you can't
It's
you can't.
nuts.
It's like Cody. Like I'm just not.
Yeah, I don't take offense either. He's been doing it for like 5-10 years longer than me. He's nuts, and I learned from him. He's crazy.
Yeah, right.
It would be like it's hard for me to go to another camera guy. And we need another camera.
Believe me,
guy.
I was heartbroken when I lost Triple R, man. When they stopped doing their shit. I mean, they're Studio 102 now.
Oh, okay.
Ryan Streeter.
Oh, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's Triple R? That was before.
Like, you ever see? They do all Tommy Beans videos. Like,
I think I've seen a lot of
besides
that stuff before.
Nate, I can't say his.
Furco's boy.
Fergo, the hit seasons and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
He
yeah,
does
yeah.
Tommy
He's all
shits
right.
now.
AGMT's not bad.
AGMT, yeah, they're getting out there, but like,
There's a couple other guys around. Camera Gang. He was a guy from.
I like-
Obviously, Trig's one of the bigger ones from
Trig,
around
yeah.
here.
I don't know where me and Trig stand these days. So
I don't know where Trig is.
isn't he? I mean,
Holding
free
it
Trig,
down
I
right
guess.
now.
Isn't
Yeah,
he?
free
Yeah.
Trig.
What the fuck is he in jail for? Like, Trig just seems so nice to me.
Great guy.
For real,
Great
for
guy.
real. Nah,
Great
he
guy.
is
Great
not for
guy.
real.
Like, not that he ain't out here doing
No,
shit, but I
shout out
just
to
feel like.
Scory, but like
No.
the same thing. It's like he's on a do not playlist here, and it's like, bro, he's just the
Nah,
nicest kid.
Nah,
Like,
that ass. Nah, because I used to do actually scoring stuff. Like I did Freddy Krueger in Traffic whenever he was in sessions and stuff. Like, man, he was just like he's a quiet,
That's why you gotta watch
respectful,
what you
like
hang
great,
around sometimes.
like
you know,
great
it's gonna
guy,
affect you
great
in the
guy.
long run.
Love him.
I forgot there was something else I wanted to.
Yeah, shout outs to Trig, man. Free to
Yep.
boy.
Freedom man.
Oh yeah, you guys, Robert Bryant. He's
Yeah,
he's
Robbie,
nice.
yeah.
Robbie's nice with the camera too, but he's
Yeah, Robbie
he's in
nice.
He
LA
just
now.
moved, didn't he?
Yeah, he's in LA
Yeah.
now.
Good for him.
I can't. I put this on the record. I will never use another head camera guy. I will
Respect.
suffer.
I might give
Without
another
the-
guy a camera to hold, but it will ultimately be Cody, who is like.
Like eventually,
He'll
when
be
we can
mixing
put him
it.
on retainer, like Subcat, I'm sorry, he will no longer be a
I
employee there.
I would have loved to put Robbie on retainer. I like Robbie a lot, but if anybody, Ryan Streeter's my OG
Yeah,
dude.
facts.
He's my dude. I started working with Robbie because I saw I can't remember the artist's name, but I saw a video Robbie did, and I heard the budget for it, and I was like, I'm gonna
I
see if
think
he can
that-
match that energy with that budget.
I think that, especially for how I operate, I feel like Cody was really good because he's a
Cody's
top-notch
professional.
expert
Yes.
at all of the stuff that has to do with the camera and editing and equipment, and like there's no question on like or miscommunication on like what is possible to be done as far as his physical side of things. I think the thing that he had lacked leading up to meeting us was any kind of like vision, right? Which I don't think a camera guy necessarily need. They don't need that. That should be on the artist, right?
I agree.
And they should just be like they should be able to dictate and say, hey, this is what I want it to look like, and the camera guy should be able to, at the end of the day, come as close to that as possible.
All right, so I got a question. Wouldn't that? And sorry to interrupt you, but
No, you're
wouldn't
good.
that be? I've always thought about. Wouldn't that be you directing it?
Yes, that's
The
what-
artist?
the artist should be directing it. But what like a lot of kids do, and he has told me before. He said before meeting you guys, what happens is, and you know this can be a case, is that it's like I got this cool song and I want to make a video. I want to go to this graffiti wall. I'm gonna rap a couple times. I'm gonna go to this cool bridge. I'm gonna rap a couple times. Find some stairs. Rap a couple times, and rely on the camera guys editing. Just like engineers get
Believe
relied
me, I
on a
used to
lot.
do that
like
same
the-
shit.
Yeah, they'll
it's the
just go
same
straight
thing.
through.
So,
Like, yo,
like,
can
it's
you
like
My
make
first
this
3
song?
videos are me sitting on the fucking couch,
Right,
doing bongers and
it is.
shit.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it because there's plenty.
And a
of,
good cameraman can make that look good.
Look at the industry; they don't do anything. They
No.
they pick like fours. We were just what I don't know.
Stand
what we were
outside
just
a gas
watching.
station,
What
you
were
know?
we just watching?
That's the new
Up in
wave,
Shaggy
to the
New
gas
wave,
station.
gas
something.
station.
And it was like a staircase. Oh, the Method Man clip. It was like a staircase.
Oh yeah,
and,
if it's a method man, it's definitely just gonna be a
but there's
staircase.
still no, but there's still the video's fire. Now that's because that camera guy is probably part of their crew. Now now Cody's been with us for a couple years, but in like another 10 years, that's going to be the kind of thing where I don't have to say anymore like, yo, this, because he's going to get used to us. But when we first met him, he didn't have the vision, and we had so much vision without knowing how to capture it. He had one of the best cameras on the market at the time, and we didn't know how to. We thought we did, but we didn't. We
Oh,
don't
I,
know
think
what we were
I
doing.
sold my camera instantly. The first video I saw of Cody, like
And
I
he
got a
doesn't
camera
question
to, like,
nothing either.
sold that
He's
shit.
just like, okay, so what's your vision? Boom. You paint it good enough. He's like, all right, let's do it. And you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I'm not going away from that.
And working in a commercial studio, same one that he works in,
Yeah.
and as an engineer, it's like you said, like when he worked with us, and we were working with him now for years. But it's like when you work in a commercial studio, someone calls, they don't know who it is, he doesn't know the song. It's the same with engineering. Like it's like I have to try my best to understand what the artist's vision is, but at the end of the day, like there's a time limit. There's a
And they don't
budget.
have one. The kids
Yeah,
usually don't
and
have a
You
vision.
have to really, really we kind of pull some shit.
And now,
out of our
correct me if I'm
asses.
Yeah, oh,
wrong.
yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
where the Real Raw Breed LLC kind of comes into play, right?
That was
so if you,
and this is recent. That's
Exactly.
because I see. I mean, like, bro, he's been a big part of this hip hop scene growing in Syracuse. But like, a lot of these kids, even if they have good music, they're not the greatest performers, or they're great performers, but they got to tweak their music, or you know, it could be something simple like relying too much on auto tune. Don't
if you want to be great at anything, get some coaching.
Yeah. So I mean, exactly. Like, there's no. Bro, every great team had a great coach.
And it don't matter what you're good at, you can get better at it with a
That's
coach.
a fact. That's a fact. I think there's a lot of potential in this entire city. They just don't. We haven't been given the chance yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's growing. Shout out Syracuse for letting this hip hop scene grow as much as it has. They just need to let us like break through the door because like you can see the positive impact that it's having
It
on
will
the community,
completely
and
change Syracuse.
it's been growing. Like I remember 4 years ago going back to the Sammys or whatever. We were going there, and there were probably like, I don't know, 13, 14 people for hip hop there. Now it's the biggest submission in the Sammy's process is for
It's
hip
hip-hop?
hop rap. It's the biggest submission, the
Let's
most
go.
submissions they have.
Let's
So
go.
like, and between that, you seen how many A-list artists have been coming to the city this past year?
Dude, I got Styles P supposed to be.
Know what I mean? And
And
then-
that's who I'm opening up for at the Alien Opera House.
Then you
So
see
fire.
Tusi, you see Benny
Dirk.
from what
Y'all just
Buffalo,
did the
you
Fab.
see you see Scory, you see all these people that are actually coming from Syracuse and blowing up now.
Who's,
Now we're about to be the hub.
Who did I just get put on the other day? I knew about him, forgot about him, got put back onto him. Something Cooks.
Oh, Aaron.
Aaron
Aaron
Cooks.
Cook from
Stogod.
Yeah, Stogod.
Shout out Stogod, yeah.
And that other kid,
Steve
what was
did
it,
himself.
Anthony
Yeah, Steve did
something?
Yeah.
Isn't there's the self-made kid that's like with the NBA players now.
Oh,
He's a solo kid. He's from here too. He's like number 2 on the plays from
Shit,
here.
we got Bree Stewart,
Oh,
bro.
I know
We're
who
talking
you're
different
talking
alleys
oh
too.
no, oh yeah.
It's Post Malone and then it's that kid.
We were just talking about that.
All right, I gotta do it. Do you guys know Sig Roy?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean he's fucking huge, but I just for some reason I don't really like. I've never met anybody who listens to Sig Roy. No, like
I don't think he's from Syracuse.
He is.
he?
Well,
Yeah,
he's
he
from more
is.
like
I don't think
Auburn.
he's-
Is
Yeah,
he?
I'll tell you. I think he's
Oh,
from
uh,
outside of here.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe.
College.
I think I
Yeah.
know is
Yep,
that
college.
he. No, he's from Auburn.
okay. I forget that's like a whole different world of people that I don't even fucking know.
Yeah. And they're like right next door. We just don't,
You know,
Auburn,
he blew
Albany.
up off of like I think a TikTok thing and like had one song go
I
crazy.
think he was bigger before TikTok.
Yeah.
Like I've heard of him prior, but
that
and
one
then
song, yeah, that he had.
He was mixed by
Million.
Dynasty,
yeah, that's why I know of him.
and then I think he just stopped making music. Like I haven't seen him put out anything.
Nah, he didn't, I just saw him and Furco did the
I just don't think he's out
the
of
challenge,
Syracuse
the
anymore.
Probably the Russ
yeah,
challenge.
the Russ
I
challenge.
if it's Furco, it's fucking Russ.
the
He
Russ.
loves Russ.
No, actually, and quick shout out to Furco because he just dropped a little like 3 snippet verse thing that was the most original Furco I've ever heard.
Yeah,
like
I
it's
seen
Love
that.
it.
yeah.
No, he be
Love
doing
that
his
energy.
thing.
He's always been talented, but it was finally I saw like everything I've seen where it was inspired from, and this was just like I
Like
felt
this
like
is
yeah.
him.
yeah.
Yeah, man, I could count the amount of engineers in the city on my fingers. Like, and we know all of them. So
Yep.
you know, it's linking with all of them, and
Nah, everyone's good people too. That's the other thing. I feel like because like you get a Mikey T or you get Furco or a Coop or Steve Brown, you get
Shout out Coop too. Coop
you know
do
what I
doing
mean.
his
You
thing.
get
I like Coop.
a good foundation to build from as an artist, right? So like you can go to any of these people. And
Yeah, I mean-
and you find who you mesh with, and that's
there's really only like 2 studios, maybe.
No,
3,
no,
'cause
don't
some-
say that. Don't say that.
Yeah.
You don't know about some of these.
I know
this-
there's like
there-
house stuff and,
yeah.
and here and there, but
It might not be
commercial studios-
quality like that, but there's people doing their thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just commercial wise. It's only which
The
which
only
that needs to
commercial
grow.
studio in Syracuse that matters is Subcat.
Yeah.
yeah.
That is fair enough to say.
I mean, I've recorded at almost all of them, and that's
no. It's the one to go to. I mean,
I'm only
anybody
going to
that's
Subcat.
anybody that
There,
means
I
anything.
mean, I'm on a little bit. Sorry to interrupt you again, my bad, man. But I'm on a little bit of a strike on Subcat till they fix the fucking. They get a new
Oh, don't
Sony.
get me started.
Dude, I
Don't
even-
get
I
me
don't-
started on him.
Yo.
Shout outs to TJ, man. I love you.
Yeah,
Love
TJ,
you,
but
but
I'm just-
fix some shit.
I'm just letting you know. Don't get me ever started on that subject on a podcast or a radio station.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, I really appreciate you having me, but I
Yeah, no.
actually got to go to a studio session right now.
Fuck
so
yeah, dude,
like,
go
I
later.
appreciate you, my man.
Wigs, it was a pleasure.
Yes, sir. And I'll see y'all later. We got that. Don't forget Princess Heats at Funkin' Waffles. I hope to see you guys there.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull
You
up.
too, man. I appreciate you for real, for real. All right.
But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much out of questions. You guys filled me in on a lot. I'm sure next time if I can have you guys again,
Yeah, I'm
I'll
right
think
down
of
the
some
road,
new shit.
actually. Yeah.
Are you? You're not too
Yeah,
far.
Make sure you guys go follow, or I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll start with that. Follow at The Real Raw Breed on TikTok. And there's a whole bunch of links and bios everywhere. Big Nate MG, Mikey T on Instagram, Wigs 315 on Instagram, SMO _ Cannabit on Instagram. Princess Heat, just type in at Princess Heat. She spells it all funky. It's like H3AT, something like that or whatever. JR Lottery on Instagram, Pasc, PASC on Instagram, Sir Magnus on Instagram, Sir _ Magnus on Instagram.
Cody Slade.
At Cody Slade on Instagram, at Subcat Studios.
Brown Mix and Master.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people. Alana, shout outs to Alana. She doesn't talk to us too much beefing. I love you still though. Shout outs to Alana. Yeah. When we coming, shout outs to
So-
Jock. Shout outs to who else I'm missing? I feel like I always miss somebody.
Many,
Yeah.
It's just so many.
It's getting tough, man. It's getting tough.
So upcoming is March 4th is the Syracuse Area Music Awards. March 6th is Be Love at the Westcott. March 27th is Jeremy Romance, and a bunch of other artists at Black Mamba. And then our upcoming release is a song called Brains, and a music video will also be dropping with this song.
That's
and-
that turnt one I just saw a sample
it
for,
is
isn't it? Right?
The most turnt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is so. It's crazy.
That's actually one of the things
Dude.
I forgot I wanted to bring up. I saw the clip for that.
Yeah, it's a grungy one.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that.
Dude. That's gonna be a good one.
We
for,
just filmed the video, so we're editing it right now.
That's gonna
As
be
soon
a
as
good
it's
one
done,
for
it's out.
fucking Black Mamba.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a couple for that.
Dude,
Phony.
You guys are gonna fucking, you just got a handful of darts and you're
Nah,
just
that's
whipping
a
them at
fact.
the
That was the
dartboard.
idea. That was the idea.
You're
It was
definitely
like
gonna-
I would love to have a band one day. I'm really like myself. I don't speak for everybody, but as far as like where I see Raw Breed going, I would love it to be something like Bad Boys or what Dre built with Aftermath, where other artists will have Maybach music like the
I see you
idea
guys
of
more
like,
in the Dreamville.
yeah, but I mean that might be because of our style, but Dreamville, Maybach,
I just
they're
feel
all
like
kind of
those
Young
all got
Money.
negative stigmas behind them. The
That's
other
because
ones.
of just because of their context.
Yeah.
But like
Maybe.
the aesthetics of how the brand works is still the same. You have Maybach, you find a hitter, and Meek, who then goes and starts Dream Chasers. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Or OVO is a product of Young Money, product of
pretty
Cash
Cash
Money.
Money,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So like, I love music. I'm always gonna make music. I feel like there's a bigger picture in it. So I haven't dropped any music in forever, and I just feel like it's bigger than that now for all of us. I feel like everybody here is gonna be an artist at some point. That might be like what I kind of step back from. It's fun as fuck. I feel like I'm good at it, but I just feel like there's a bigger picture in it. Hip hop is like literally the lifeline of American entertainment. Like as a total, country music wouldn't make it without an 808. Every single movie out there has some type of hip hop song in it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like the NFL, the NBA commercials, every single TikTok dance that happened. How many kids were in the suburbs doing the Fortnite dance that probably weren't even allowed to listen to hip hop in their, you know what I'm saying? Unless if it was in headphones and stuff. It's just like oxygen. It literally gets absorbed by every single thing there is. So it's like that has to be recognized by people who are like in a position like Maybach, who get that add to the stigmatism sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like where we're at, is like kids are going to follow us one day, right? They're going to want to be like you, because no matter what, if you're in hip hop and you're trending or whatever, if it's Island Boys or if it's Nipsey Hussle, doesn't matter. Someone is going to attach themselves to how you act and what you believe in and start doing that for themselves, right? It's just so happens to be that more than half of the hip hop artists that we have continue to exploit the pain that happens within the street, but that becomes a promotion for it once you make it and you keep doing it, right? Gunna, I remember a couple years ago, bought a Glock. And this is on, I think, Instagram. I saw him, he bought a Glock and Gucci printed it out, right? He has every right to buy that. But what he doesn't understand is that how many kids saw that and were like, I want a Gucci gun too, right? They
Should have told them going and registering for it.
They might not even can't get a gun or a gun, period, making it Gucci or whatever. But just having the gun in their hand might make them feel as close to being like Gunna as possible. And once the gun's in your hand, we all know that, you know, the potential just rises. So subconsciously, that people just do what hip hop people do. They dress like them, they drink like them, they drive what they want to drive, and not enough of them take that into consideration to be like a Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? Who said, like, yeah, I'm from the street, but there's much smarter ways to go about this. You know what I'm
there's
saying?
way more money in the
Long
the
game of it.
entertainment business
Yeah, I
and
mean,
shit
you
than
can make
there's
a
in
couple
any
dollars
street.
and start talking about guns and like have that look over your shoulder every type, you know, way or whatever. But it's like,
And then you blow up and you're stuck in Scory's position.
right,
Where it's
right.
like you could be capitalizing and really monetizing
Right.
off your artwork
Right.
for your city, and you can't even put on right now because
Right.
they think you're a fucking threat.
And you
Right.
can't play at the New York State Fair. Like, that's
Right.
crazy.
He lost out on 70 racks for that. I mean, granted, I'm sure he's not hurting right now, but I'm just saying that's a lot of
That
money.
that
you
sucks,
know?
and that's
it's
just
like,
a big fucking play for your town, dude.
Yeah.
Like that shows that would have showed so many.
There's a couple people
Syracuse
like that. Chris
kids
B
that's
is a
like
great artist.
Chris
he can't
fucking
play
B,
here
dude.
either. It's just, it sucks. It's like, and you know, those guys I feel like are nice kids, and maybe they're about it. They're not. I'm not going to speak for them, but like, they're nicer kids. They're well-spoken kids. They're, you know, they
It's
choose
the reason
that
they can make the music they make is because
Right,
they can articulate
right,
so well.
Right,
It's not their
right.
fault.
No, I
And
mean,
they're also appeasing to a demographic that wants to hear them be in that shit. You know what I'm
they're
saying?
inspirations for kids in that demographic, which I think is a bigger situation. You know, the kid that's sitting on the stoop is still from the block.
Yeah.
Feel me? He might not be invited. He's watching everybody trap. He's still from the block. But he might not be. It's not something that should be held weight against. You know what I'm saying? Like him. That's where I'm trying to work with our city. They've done a great job as letting hip hop peek through, but that's where we lack, is that they've still got this, like, I don't know, it's hip hop, so you know we got to be careful. There's so many levels of hip hop. It's crazy.
No, it's funny because I never even thought about it really to now because I've been shit on before that like I don't use my platform properly because I'm like, you know, I'm a little bit into like drug rap and
Right,
shit like
right,
that
right,
because that's also, you know, I've partied and done a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
drugs
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's my upbringing. And I'm not proud of it or I don't like promoting it out either.
It's true to you though.
It's who I am, so that's, you know, but I do, you know, we do need to hold a higher standard for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, I put these microphones, I have the ability and I was blessed with the capability to record myself
Yeah.
and put myself in the universe. I think we should, you know,
You gotta understand that it's not your fault either. Feel me? Like there's no, when it comes down to like the racial divide in music, which that's what it usually comes down to. It's more of, it's not that we don't want to hear a beat. It's that we don't want a room full of black people in here that usually cause a problem, right? But if you put Styles P, shout outs to the Ghost, I fuck with him, but if you put him on stage, he's not bringing the females out like that, right?
No.
So like, yes, that potential raises like that, but I worked at the New York
it's funny
State
because I
Fair.
would be like, because Fab does bring the bitches. Fab does.
A little bit more, at least
a little bit more,
more.
yeah. Because
But,
I was gonna
like,
put them in the same bracket, but
I worked at the fair for years as a bartender, and some of the country concerts were where the stabbings were at. You know what I'm
you
saying?
get the
Like,
fine.
but I'm saying like as far as okay, so the demographic of hip hop usually gets shunned away because of the crowd, not because of the artist.
yes.
It's usually because of the crowd that they bring, depending on who that is. With country, It never gets shunned. They would never be denied in any single venue.
And
in
they
this
do
entire
the wildest
Dude,
shit.
bro.
way more drunk.
They get way more drunk. They
Destroyed.
get and now when it comes, but here's the prop. But this is just how it works, right? We're talking politics right now. Those people are the
Can
close.
you center him a little bit and zoom in?
Oh no, you could.
Oh, yeah.
So those people, are also the same people that are closest with a lot of the law enforcement. A lot of it's all the same family of people. So they get away with this stuff like DWIs. Dude, when you go up to the amphitheater, right? When you have a country concert, the cops are only there for traffic purposes, right? You put Wiz up there, bro. Half the troopers are gonna be here, surrounding the entire concert. So you know what I'm saying? Like they all automatically put us in a hostile situation,
Which
sometimes.
creates an environment for people to like.
Exactly. And it's like, I understand, I do get it. The statistics are up there that like a lot of times the African American culture at a hip hop show can get out of hand. That comes down to security. If you are doing security right, where you're patting people down and there's no weapons, if it's just fighting, who cares?
No outside drink.
No outside drink.
No bottles or nothing.
Nothing like that. If you're making sure that the people walking through the door are all equal, then that means you're hiring the security people that can also handle if a fight breaks out. That's on the venue at that point. Like, you go to KOD in Miami. I've told these guys about this. You go to Kings of Diamonds strip club in Miami. They have a full army dude and a full army chick right up front. Grenades, an AR strapped, and there's a couple guys on the side. But the two standing there, there's a male and a female line. You get your balls cuffed. They get their cooch swiped, cleavage checked, everything. Your butt grabbed, all that stuff.
Because they're also looking for drugs,
there's
too.
millions of dollars on the floor, right? So they don't play about it. So if a fight breaks out, They have security that is qualified to handle that. So when weapons get involved, shout out to my guy Shiesty. Had to just pull it at, he had to pull it at KOD. Now he doing his bid, but it's just like, how does that even happen? What happens is somebody lets him in. Feel me? It's always like a friend of a friend or whatever the case may be, and that's when stuff goes wrong. And that's what happens in Syracuse all the time. Shout outs to my boy Wyatt, right? You guys know Wyatt? Big Wyatt. Talks like this. Oh
He's a
man,
massive
he's
dude.
the
Does he
one-
work security and shit?
Yeah, he's like he's like one of the United States' strongest men. He does like the curling and stuff like that. He's a huge dude. Anyway, he started his own security company. We hire him for anything that we do. He doesn't play about that shit. Like I don't, if you're best friends or not, when he walks up to the door, it's like, that's it. We're not friends. I'm
And we aren't
working
even
right now.
looking over our shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, we're all pretty upstanding guys.
But like the venue should, like,
we don't. You never take a chance.
What
with
happens
anything.
is the police, the Syracuse police, are always they retain from wanting to put extra people on the detail that night because of what? Their fear of something happening. But not doing it makes it so that the street wins. That's how it works. Not letting Scory go on stage because you're not afraid of what's going to happen at the fair. You're afraid of what's going to happen that night, right? Because some side is going to have ops out here that are mad that their ops are winning at the fair right now, right? It's going to be all over live. Everybody's going to be making their moves that night. Syracuse police they say, look, he's not playing because we don't want to hire that many extra kids to work that night.
Which
right?
is stupid. I mean, it's taxpayer money. They love burning that shit.
How about this? Not even just that. I'll go one step further. Mayfest, Syracuse University's Dolphy Days for
The fucking
Lemoyne.
flower, the rave thing they did.
Yeah, no.
I've been at
Mayfest
Dolphy
is
Days.
like it's like a weekend where everybody up on SU basically just parties, right?
It's like Dolphy Day, but
Dolphy Days for Lemoyne, same thing. But
Just a massive,
the Syracuse
like,
police
college
put
kids.
maybe 2 or 3 extra cops on every corner up there, knowing those are freshmen, sophomores, and juniors under 21, right?
100%.
All you have to do, though, is keep it in a cup. But the cops just sit there on the side of the road just to make sure stuff doesn't get crazy, right?
They actually at Dolphy Day when you pull up, check your car in, and you cannot leave in your car that day.
So they have no problem paying those guys extra for something like that when you know they're illegally drinking underage. I get it. Those guys are bringing in $50,000 a person, and Syracuse University is playing politics with y'all. So I get it. So like when an A-list artist comes around and you guys say nah, we're not paying. You're letting the street win. You know what I'm saying?
And it would bring so much. Like those bring just as much money in one night.
That's what
that these kids bring in one semester.
I know. I know. And the thing is that those decisions let little idiots out here, because they're not gangsters or nothing like that. They're little idiots. They let them think like they're tougher than they are, because
it makes them seem like they made the city scared.
Exactly. Their perspective to them is like the city's scared of what we do, right? So that makes them even scream more gang and all this kind of stuff, you know?
And it feeds the fire.
Exactly. And bro, every major city in America has two things in common: sports and a hip hop, either name or group of names. Syracuse can change, but it won't happen with sports.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, because we do have a sports, but we've never been able to.
No, they don't recruit in-house.
We've never been. I mean, what do you mean?
Like
for
Syracuse
music?
University doesn't recruit in-house.
All our
Like,
our
players.
potential players that have made it to the
Yeah,
NFL
Bree.
and NBA.
Bree Stewart, she's straight out.
She's
Yeah,
out of Syracuse, but she went to UConn.
Yeah, she went to UConn.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
she wouldn't play for SU.
I'm saying the Boeheims are irrelevant because they're his kids. Anybody that went to JD, irrelevant, because that's Boeheim's alma mater and that's where his kids go.
Okay.
How many people have made it to the NFL or NBA from Syracuse, born and raised? Latavius Murray, Tyvon Branch, Mike Hart.
I was chilling with Latavius Murray last night. Yeah.
We'll go with Andre Bloch went to Henniger.
I get what you're saying. So all the famous Syracuse sports athletes aren't actually from Syracuse. The ones that went to Syracuse College, right? Is what you're saying?
Carmelo Anthony's the only one anybody ever knows about. He didn't go. He's from Oak Hill or like the city or something like that. And then Jeremy Grant, not from Syracuse. They notoriously look for like D2 style players that are good in zone when they would do the recruiting process. But like Babers,
Welcome to Following Out podcast. No,
facts. Shout outs to Kev. Babers, the coach, this year tweeted that he apologized that he didn't make it to any high school championship games this year. Right, all 14 of them were played in the Dome. How didn't you make it? Isn't that your office? You know what I'm saying? Like where were you? And you're telling these kids straight up, like, if you guys were good, I couldn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had said something like, oh, I couldn't make it, but I personally sent somebody to film every single game so I could catch it later. It's like, dude, if you're a 13-year-old kid trying to play football, right, and you're in a poor situation, you might give up on your dream.
Yeah, that's awful.
Because if your mom can't send you to AAU camps that are good outside of the state, and you know that there's nothing in state looking for you, you might give up on it. That's when you hit the block. Like, I got to get some money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that really pissed me off this year. I don't even follow football.
I never even registered the fact of that, because what I was going to say is that we never, with how big our sports team is, we never pull in-house for music for our sports teams.
No. Oh, for as far as like halftime and stuff like that,
dude.
like entertainment-wise.
Like, they're playing Benny the Butcher and shit at fucking.
It's a Jewish Asian ran school. If you look at the schematics of Marshall Street, there's no barbecue, right? It's all pizza and Asian food. It's not. It's all Greek. I'm sorry, and Asian food. I know Archie. He owns like half of Marshall Street. It's strategically meant to kind of ignore that hip hop culture from everything, and that there's a lot of it here. Syracuse is going to help us. We kind of had the music scene has to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's enough of us now where.
It's one of the reasons I loved Funk and Waffles so much, is because I felt like they were like the standpoint of like we're holding down for it. And then when they pulled away, I was a little like.
I performed at Funk and Waffles when they were on Marshall Street. Remember that?
Yeah, I used to go to my open mics there, dude. It was a vibe. That was grungy.
Yeah, that
was grungy.
Yeah. I haven't been to the. I gotta say, I haven't been to the Funk and Waffles on downtown. I remember being downtown when something happened there, and I kind of like walked by it, but I haven't been inside.
Oh, you never been inside? It's nice there.
No.
The Funk and
I love
Waffles
performing there.
They opened one in Rochester when the one up there
I've never
closed,
been there.
and that one closed within a year.
Yeah, that one
and
closed
so now
pretty
there's
fast.
only the one downtown. But
It's not. Have you ever you've performed at the Westcott, obviously, right? That's my favorite place in Syracuse to perform. I love the Westcott.
especially for your kind
dude,
of
their
music, it's
security's
perfect.
dope.
And the
Their
stage is
G's.
cool. They
do a good job.
They do.
Yeah.
But
It's a good mosh pit style thing without it being like crazy. You put a little bit of fog and lights in there.
I actually had to have them turn off the fucking machines that are like fire alarms because of the smoke cannons I had.
Oh,
really?
But you ever do Lost Horizon?
Yes.
I hate Lost Horizon.
Yeah, they're just a bar with a stage in the back.
They also treat hip hop artists like shit.
Oh yeah, they're metal. Like they don't. They're like,
see now, I'm not.
They're
mad.
wannabe grunge. They're not grunge.
Like I'm not like if a venue has a specific niche, that's not who we would ever be talking about. Like if somebody had like a bar that the vibe and niche in there has always been a metal or a country or open mic a cappella. Like it's not like let hip hop in the building.
Touche.
But if you're like Sharky's, for instance, is who I'm really thinking of. They have one of the best stages.
I've
at
heard this.
A very good
Chris
bar.
was just talking about this.
Dude, it's a really good outside bar. They got the volleyball. They get popping. That stage is fire. Can't lie. Right? They did a great job with this construction of the stage. But it's fit a
played
lot
up
of
there.
people. You could fit a lot of people because it's outside for the most part. They shun away from hip hop very strongly. I understand again why, but I just feel like it comes on the precaution of like, and it can't. It's not just about the money. It's about we know what hip hop does, man. We know what the
I
right
can tell
hip
you,
hop does.
I had a meeting with said name person at Sharky's and to book a show, and he was all for it. And then when I said who we were booking, he was just like, "Oh, like we're gonna have to hire more security," and I was like,
I had about 5 shows in the
"No, like,
last
what
year.
do you mean? Like,
Get cut just like that.
yeah, it's just
As soon as I got put on the list,
unbelievable.
they told me genetics were gonna be on the list. They cut it. I thought I was on some scory shit where they were like, I don't even
Why?
fuck with gang members
Did
that
you
much.
get like a reason or just told no?
They kept telling me you needed a full band to perform it, like, and it was mostly funk kept cutting me.
It's like it's like.
I'm sure it wasn't.
And I think that's not. I don't think that's unique. I think that's not a Syracuse unique thing. I think a lot of kids on the underground, up and coming side are gonna come across that in hip hop across any walk of life. But it's funny again how hypocritical the world is on it because hip hop runs everything. It literally runs every single aspect of entertainment. I mean, like as far as like, dude, even TikTok is the biggest platform in the world, and the most viral stuff on there is dances to hip hop.
yeah,
you
dude,
know?
the amount of TikTok has changed the music industry. in
That was
the
actually a
last
big
3,
thing. I don't
4
know if you
years.
guys remember last year was paying the African American influencers on TikTok the royalties to a lot of those dances. That was like a big thing last year on TikTok. I think it actually made the TikTok platform like blow
So
up.
like where they got like the moves from
Yeah,
themselves.
like if it was something on TikTok that had a move, right? And a black kid made it up who maybe had been an influencer, it was typically like the top tier white kids that like brought it to the next level because when they did it, even if it
Dude,
wasn't
that's
in
the
rhythm,
one thing that pisses me off about like your thing's gonna go viral and then it's gonna go twice as viral on somebody else's
someone
shit
else
when they
picks it
derive
up.
it.
that
Yeah.
you gotta think though, that's the coolest thing about TikTok.
When you are on the come up, it's cool, but then when
Right.
it's like,
If you're already an influencer, like
have
you're a
1 million
semi-influencer,
if you have 1 million followers and you do the dance, and then
someone else
Charli
does it and
D'Amelio
blows
picks
it up.
with
Yeah,
like
that pisses you
14
off.
million,
Right,
and
right.
then it's like, oh, she did. It's like, well, what the heck?
It's a great exposure tool, but as far as you definitely can lose who's the creator very quickly because so many people might do it. Unless if you are taking the time to go to the sound and seeing the original one,
Yeah.
you might not.
And which I feel like only creators themselves do that. No, like,
you might be right because I do it every time.
I
but
do too,
no
'cause
one
I
is
wanna-
doing that.
Yeah.
I got the save thing. You know how you
dude,
save
but then I
stuff?
found out that like a lot of like so the big guy will get more derived from his
Right.
than the original too.
Oh yeah, no.
So
That's
then,
no, it works like that. The algorithm is built in this. It's a what would be the government way of saying it? Like a dictatorship.
Oh well, yeah, no, because how China does it. In China, if you're good, the algorithm's designed for you'll see more engineering. you'll see more like way more productive shit to where the US algorithm is designed to show you fucking stupid shit.
Well, I'll
Right,
say
right,
now,
right.
within the last
Right.
week,
I could believe
this
that.
past week, obviously with what's going on in the world and Ukraine, is the For You page is flooded with different kinds of media surrounding that, whether
It is
it's
showing a
actually
lot of that.
videos over there or it's the news talking about it. And it's saying, I've noticed that a lot of it is very, and I'm not on any side of it or anything, but it's very much, let's go as a U.S. citizens, let's go help Ukraine. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, that's cool. But then I'm looking at it more of like an algorithm side, and I'm like, wait, why is every single video like that? And I was like, is it the general population's belief that that's what we should do, or is it the algorithm trying to tell people to do
Convince
that?
them to
Yeah.
feel that way.
Right, and then I'm look at
I mean, that's programming, baby.
dude. Then the same day, China comes out and is like, "Oh no, we need to recognize Ukraine as a free state." And I'm like, wait, they made the algorithm. And maybe I'm getting a little too looking into it, but I'm just kind of like, yo, like,
I think
I'd
that
like
the
we need
internet
to
ran away.
dissect what comes in our faces more.
Yeah,
you
that's a
know?
fact. No,
Read
that's a
into it
fact.
more.
They know. I think the internet ran away from the creators in the sense of like the idea of what this all meant
Very widely put.
was like some very controlling thing. But then we had a generation called Gen X or whatever the fuck they are.
Gen Z.
The new kids, right?
Yeah,
Gen
yeah.
Z
I'm
figured
Gen
out
Z.
the internet. No, the ones below you.
Okay, I'm like the beginning of Gen Z.
Yeah, it's still Z. So like that 15 to like maybe 25-year-old range, right?
Yeah.
They figured the internet out,
Yeah.
and now they control the algorithm. Not in the sense of like if there was a room where the algorithms control.
Yeah, they're
but
not
they know
in
how to
there.
manipulate it by how
It's
they
true.
post.
It's true.
And like in
They also control it by them being the ones who are on the internet as much as they are.
right.
too.
And, I mean, we're talking about a generation of people who don't go out of the house anymore to work. Like they literally figured out like the Tinder swindler and like people like that who are like
I just
they
heard about
figured
this
out
dude the other
internet.
day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To use it to their advantage and stuff. I actually this is a crazy story. 2006.
I mean, that's what like Soldier Boy did.
Yeah, well, he was. You know what though? I gotta give Soldier Boy credit where credit's due. I think he. You're talking about a kid that just kind of invented something, not
Yeah.
figured out like a manipulative thing.
Well,
It
no,
was
he
like,
did a lot of manipulative shit too, with like
Later.
how he titled his songs after hit songs
right.
and
I
shit
see
like
what
that.
you're saying. Yeah. Using the algorithm to like kind of promote his stuff. Yeah. Okay. So I could agree to that. Facts. When I joined the Army in 2006. When I was in basic training, I met a kid who was forced to go to the. It was very few of these happened, but he sat in front of a judge, and the judge said because he's a good kid, and this was his first offense, but it was a serious offense. You have two choices: either you go to jail or you join the military. And he chose the military, right? When we asked him what he did, right? He was in high school, computer nerd, shouldn't have been in the military. Well, not the fighting military,
could've
like
been
some
in-
like other stuff.
A tech branch.
Right. This dude, for shits and giggles, at a prep school or a private school, went on the internet to a Fortune 500 company, broke down through a firewall in one of their bank accounts, and moved 6 figures from one bank account to another bank account in the company, just to see if he could do it, and then put it back. Right? It set up some red flag in the firewall or the system of this company. And like a week later, these agents show up to a high school and literally pull him out of class. And he was just like in shock. He didn't know. And I remember making fun of him, like in the sense of like, bro, you put it in another bank account of theirs. Like, why wouldn't you just put it in yours and just walk out of school and just peace? He was like, I was just seeing if I could do it. And I'm saying this is in 2006. Just a random kid. Bro, there's kids out there that figured it out.
Oh,
Feel
yeah.
That
me?
was like
they-
Windows Vista he's doing it on. You know what I
Right,
mean? Look,
right,
we have
right.
like better than that on our phones right
Seriously,
now.
and like it was on a computer, the boob computers at the, remember?
Yeah, not the flat screens weren't a thing.
No,
These were the big
no,
boxes.
seriously, and like I'm thinking, like, bro, that was a long time ago. There are kids right now that are geniuses,
And like the ones who knew better than he did were like the whole time, and they're on top of what's happening next. They know
Zuckerberg
everything
was
that
how
happened.
long ago? You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were about to say that dude you're working with was Snowden. I
No.
went to-
It
It was Snowden.
No, Zuckerberg did that. Like what? I
That'd be
mean,
funny.
Facebook's been around for like,
We need to bring back MySpace, dude.
yeah. Even Tom knew what he was doing.
Tom was a hater,
Zuck.
dude.
I
He was
think-
the
I
pettiest.
think
fuck.
Tom was Zuckerberg.
He could.
It was like Zuck before he got to where he needed to
just
get
a different
to.
robot. That was the
Facts.
robot before they
You
fucking.
never saw Tom. It was always the same
that
picture.
fucking the picture. You just thought it was a guy like this.
They should make Tom an NFT.
Oh shit.
Okay, so that's a great point. Rob Breed has just entered the NFT game.
That's a
You guys
fact.
announced that, so there are now real Rob Breed NFTs.
Facts.
Yeah, more will be on that soon because I haven't fully launched them, but there are a few of them out there.
Yeah.
If you would like one, just let me know.
I've dove in that NFT world a little bit myself, but I just.
It's interesting. It's actually been changing within the last few weeks because I don't know if you saw, but it was OpenSea had like $200 million scammed in NFTs and stuff like that, and it's like that's a huge killer blow to the NFT market because like anybody who is at our level who's trying to enter it sees that and it's like fuck no, you know what I mean? And that's huge. That could literally kill the entire market.
Just make sure you're educating yourself before making any decisions. There's no reason to follow fads when it comes to money.
Don't go buy your fucking crypto punks. Don't get your fucking your.
And like shout outs to my boy, like my boy Kev is a lot of people
Report.
follow him and say, okay, I'm gonna do what he does, but you don't understand. He did a lot of reading,
and
like,
he knows
the nigga
he
read
knows the
everything.
times. You can't just do what he
It's
does.
not,
dude,
yeah,
man.
no.
Believe me,
You
I've
can't
tried.
just follow something. Yeah, no, seriously, it's like one of those things. You can't just follow the person. You have to follow what they did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to follow what they did, and there are
Very well put.
there are times in stuff like this where you could miss your window. Bitcoin, I'm not saying you didn't miss your window for like investing, but like he was someone who
To blow up, nobody's gonna blow
you're
up.
not going to do
Bitcoin.
what he did because he believed in something when everybody was like, nah,
That's fucking
You know
stupid.
what
Believe me,
I'm saying?
I knew about Bitcoin 10 years ago too, and I thought it was like I ain't
Right.
trying to fucking do no illegal ass shit.
Right.
No fucking.
No, I got a couple of buddies that got a couple coins that were under 10 racks a piece when they bought them, and they had no idea.
I know people who bought $80
was one of the
Bitcoins.
few sheesh.
Back when it
Kev
was
is
cheap.
one of the few people I know that knows what he's talking about because he did the research. When it came down to NFTs, at first we didn't understand what we were doing.
That's why he's in the Bored Ape
Right,
Club.
you gotta do your research. That's it.
And it's funny because I want to know about this. I want to get in on the side perks. That's what the NFT world's all about. At least
Yeah.
from my
Bored Ape, the
perspective.
club
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, the clubs. The invites.
I think that
I wanted to do real art NFTs. So like how I got all these arts.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
can.
you would literally get the image, and then when you buy it, you also get the fucking original.
Yeah. That's huge
yeah.
because I feel like everybody needs something tangible because they're attached to material.
It's
yeah, I am.
possible. It's possible.
No,
that
I am
the-
too. It's just human natural. Like if you
I like a shiny rock.
like, hey,
know
you
what I'm
want to
saying?
spend $20 for a chair? I got a perfect chair, but like it's not here right now. You want to buy $20? It's like I don't know, but if
Yeah.
the chair's here, and I can
It's
go
the
up
reason
there.
I didn't order these online. And I went to the store and bought them for fucking
right.
$12, $15 more than I could have got them on Amazon, but I
Right.
wanted them at that time. Yeah, we've been actually
we've
running
been
way
running.
longer than I fucking thought.
Yeah, no,
It's
man.
all
It
good,
was,
bro. It's all
You
good.
gave us some good shit, man.
Nah, it's all good.
yeah, like I said, I'm always down the road. If you're looking for someone, just jump on. You know what I mean?
We got
Shoot me
other
out.
artists too, so
Yeah, I bring some more people on.
I'd love to have
part
you
of
guys
the
on
thing,
again.
maybe with the consultant thing, what we could start doing is actually having you, like on like we come across the artist who we think is got something special or whatever, and they want us to manage them or consult them, and then
This
you
could
know,
always be, a
yeah.
point of reference for you guys to hit on
yeah,
your.
because stuff like this is to not maybe someone like us. Sometimes people get nervous. This is like a good way of getting like your nerves out and stuff. It's being recorded. There's no do-over on it, and it's like it's genuine usually. I know a lot of people that have recorded music that would sit here right now and like you could hear it in their voice that they were like they gotta warm up.
The
You know what I'm
tremble,
saying?
yeah. I mean, shit. It's the reason I've done so many episodes prior to moving even here and taking it to the level and
Yeah.
requesting people
Nah,
like you
this is
guys to
cool.
come on and shit.
Nah, this is
'cause-
cool. I like this a lot.
and yeah, I like.
This is the kind of thing that like don't think people gotta understand. Everybody gets inspired by everybody. I guarantee you, when we get into podcast talk, this is what we gonna bring up. I know it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's the summer this and we're like, yo, we could finally get our podcast going. Yo, remember Vinny's setup? This is what we would end up referencing. I know it.
I mean, or y'all are always more than welcome to use. This
I'm
shit
just.
to
I'm not
yourselves,
saying
you
that
know
we
what I'm
would
saying?
do
But,
that. I'm just saying like I know that like this is gonna stick with us for a minute. That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right, we'll wrap it there.
Shout us out, man. Raw Breed.
Raw